How are you guys doing? Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? So I'm going to give it 2 more minutes because I'm 2 minutes early. So let me do the technical stuff, which is, telling everyone that I'm here. So let me do that. I hope you have all been doing well. New moon is in like tomorrow. And I think you guys are going to have an awesome, awesome, awesome new moon. All right, I have invited everyone. All right, guys, I'm going to do a quick review on the Syrian portal. So, the Syrian portal has been, let me just check, I'm on the right. Okay, I'll just give it. Hi, Karen. Okay, so I know I'm on the right chat. Long ago, I remember I went on my own personal Facebook and hello, Annette. Good to see you. Hello, Michelle. Michelle says hello, goddess, and so good to see you all. You guys are like the early birds, huh? Like waiting. Hi, Bharti. Good to see you. Bharti says hi to everyone. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. Oh, so lovely to see you all. And thank you so much, Annette, for the tip. Even before my show started, I'm very grateful to you all for all your tips that I'm able to take more off work and I'm able to do more videos for you all. So I'll be very grateful if you guys can, drop a tip in my tip jar via PayPal. So the tip jar is more of like a metaphorical expression, but yeah, you guys have my PayPal. So yes, thank you all. Thank you for all who donated last week. Thank you to Annette who donated this week, and everyone. You guys are amazing, and I know you all are super, super, super excited about today's topic. And again, I'm like going to channel all my information. So, so that I'm in the zone. So I'm going to talk about the new moon energies. And as always, I do my new moon healing, which, it's like by invite only. But maybe this time around, I'll post it on my page so you guys can sign up for it. Again, I can only do a limited number because I spend about 40 minutes per healing through video call, so I have to like time like 1 hour slots. So yes, hi Stephanie, so good to see you. Hi Linda, so good to see you. Linda, thank you so much again for the tip last week, and Stephanie again for your tip last week, and Bardi for your tips last week. Really, really, really appreciate that. And I think we have a good group going. So I have 10 of you all, and it's only 2 minutes and 48 seconds. So that is a good number to start. Guys, give me your reaction. So the more you react, more people can join in. So throw in a heart, throw in a like. Oh, I see 11. And I see another reaction. So that's wonderful. All right. So let me start. So post Syrian portal, Earth is shifting towards a 6D vibration. So you will notice elevated consciousness in bits. So for some who are in this journey for a while, you will notice that you're more and more self aware and earth aware and consciousness aware. So this is just a natural process of the ascension. So for those who want to be stuck in the machine kingdom, so there are two timelines splitting right now. I need to really switch off my messenger because I keep getting messages. So, as I was saying, guys, yes. So, as I was saying, there are two timelines splitting. So, with the two timelines, one is the 6 dimensional Earth timeline, which a lot of us twin flames are moving towards. And you have the machine kingdom that's 3D and below. So, those who are not reaching a certain consciousness are going to be stuck there. Hi, Moni. So good to see you. Guys, send the tips coming in. Michelle, I've been seeing feeling that split. Yeah. So this has been happening for a long time. It has been predicted in the Vedas, in the Bible, everywhere. So everything has got a deeper meaning to it. Hi, Nimit. Good to see you. Wow, 7 reaction, 14 viewers, and 11 comments. I think we are good. I don't see MJ yet. I think she will be joining us soon. So I'm going to do a quick analysis on the post-Syrian portal, which is what I'm doing, and then I'm going to do the new moon analysis, which is 17 July. New moon, it falls 17 July. So for those of you who want the new moon healing, you guys can message me. It's 28.88 USD, and it's a 30-minute healing session and 10 minutes. I will talk about how the healing went. So, yes, I do it via Zoom. Unless by special request, I do it and then I send a report later. But I like doing my healings via video call because you are there with me and all of you experience all sorts of things. Some of you tell me that you've seen the eye of auras, you've seen God, you see angels. It's amazing. I'm so proud of doing these healings for you and seeing all the transformation. Even this morning, my 3D activator, I got such an awesome review. So I'm so thrilled by all the awesome reviews I'm getting, for all the awesome people you are, and how you guys have all been in this for the last 2 years. So thanks to you all. Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. Oh, thanks, Michelle. You are the best. So, guys, if you want to get the 3D activator, you can take a further 5% discount through my website. So, yes, so I would highly recommend it. And anyway, we are talking about 3D um, communication and everything. So, it will be an app thing. Again, you guys can drop a deposit and then you can pay me in installments. So, guys, I am going to talk about new moon. So, this new moon is I would call it like a super new moon, and energies are shifting further. So you'll notice that this new moon is about new beginnings. For those of you who haven't communicated with your divine masculine in a while, for those of you who are going through like intense separation, this new moon is going to open a window for communication, for meeting, for surprise meetings, for surprises, in other words. So you may even see your divine masculine bringing you a gift and bringing you some good news that he's going to be in union with you. So that's amazing. For those of you who are in union, the 3D union activator also helps, because I know a lot of you all are in union but are still struggling because of, this is a whole multi-dimensional self-awakening journey. So you can't just limit yourself to like a certain consciousness stream. Having said that, this new moon is going to be super exciting. So I would suggest brace yourselves. Oh, Michelle, communication started today. Messaged anyway. Yeah, I started. I started the activator. That's why. Karen, been crickets for a while. So, are you all ready for today's topic? 15. I see 15 viewers and 15 comments and 9 reactions. So, I think it's a good time to start. So, I am going to start off saying that 3D union is one of the most sacred and beautiful things you can experience. But that will only happen if you are in union, awakened. So if you're asleep and you're in union, it's going to be terrible, like what I spoke about. Yes, the 5D activator. Yes, Michelle. So guys, I've recommended all my activators and they are all, you can enjoy a 5% discount. So it's up in my post. And another thing I wanted to say is that one thing that is really beautiful in the twin flame journey is that everything is God. God is like the passcode. So if you keep saying God a million times a day, there is no way you're going to face any hindrance in your journey. Even angels fall, but God has always been the most consistent energy out there. So guys, always pray to God. Say a silent prayer in the morning, prayer before you go to sleep. Always think about God. The more you meditate on God, the more you talk to God, the more you experience God, you will be taken care of always, and you'll be blessed abundantly always. And always remember, a child always says God, in its own baby language. If you look at it in Sanskrit, the first word a baby utters, all the, like gaga, all that actually means like God. Art, another word that a child always tends to say would be instead, even before mama and dada, they will say like arth, because At is basically Atma, which is the soul. So babies are so connected to God. And so we have to do the same thing. Always, you all have your own way of communicating with God. And that's why I keep talking about it. I know, when you tie it with religion, God becomes different. So don't tie it with religion, because God is spirituality, and spirituality is science and art and expression. So never limit yourself to the knowledge of God, because God is beyond the knowledge state. God is who you are. So always pray to God, guys. So, having said that, I'm going to start thanking God, because all praise goes to God. And thanks God for all the gifts that you have given me and all the channeling that I'm able to do, because I connect with God and God only. Like I say, even angels can fall. So, always, guys, speak to God directly. And you will always be guided. You will always be guided, and you will have the right people coming into your life. Literally, people tell me that when they really ask God, they are being shown my way. So, I believe in miracles. Even though I'm a lawyer, I use my analytical and logical mind, but there is something beyond analysis and logic. So for those of you who do my dimensional courses, they know that. And again, guys, you can just do like one dimension per class, and it's 111 USD. So I'll put that in the link as well. So you guys can learn one dimension at a time, instead of like, booking the whole course, and then you can start, channeling. So I will write that as well. All right. So what is 3D union? You see, I'm starting exactly at 11:11. What is 3D union? 3D union has got many facets. So when you are unawakened and when you're in 3D union, you're going to screw it up. You're going to experience multiple mini separations. You're not going to be happy. You're not going to be content. You're going to be miserable. You're going to have a lot of struggles. But when you are awakening, when you are in that state of constant bliss and awakening, 3D union is going to be multidimensional and 3D, which means you're basically experiencing all the dimensions in 3D, in this physical body, in this very moment. So that's what makes it amazingly, amazingly beautiful. So next up is that, how do you get to that state of constant awakening? I talk about it in my videos all the time. Number one, you have to surrender to God. Like I said, God is the passcode to escape the matrix. So if you constantly chant God, you are actually going to feel the vibrational difference. Next time is that twin flame journey coincides with spiritual awakening. So you can't just have an unawakened twin flame journey, because you are going to be awake. Another thing, this is a divine journey, so you are blessed by God always. So if you turn away from God, you are not going to get what you desire. So that's why I work with some twin flames who struggle a lot, because they have been traumatized by religions, about God as a child. They've had a bad experience. But always, guys, disassociate God with religions. Religions are meant to help you find God, not to control your ideology of God, because all religions lead to God ultimately, the pure energy consciousness, right? So that's why God is your only way to attain super consciousness. So having said that, when you first meet your twin flame, it's often in 3D, right? For some of you, you meet in person. He literally walks into your home. It could be a family friend, it could be your father's friend, it could be your father's work colleague, it could be your mother's friend, it could be anyone. There's another one you meet online. So the physical meeting takes a while to happen. But either way, they're considered 3D physical encounters. So when you first make that 3D physical encounter, what happens is that you go through a state of utmost bliss. The meeting in itself is like coming home. You feel like your divine masculine is home. And that's why it's such a unique feeling compared to anyone else you meet. Anybody else, for example, if you meet soulmates or karmics, you have this explosion, fireworks, but with your twin flame, you will feel extremely calm. You'll feel extremely content. You'll be like, I just want to be in this expression forever. This happens to false twin flames too. You may have metaphysical encounters, but when you meet your real twin flame, your monadic twin flame, your split soul twin flame, the experience is out of this world. You will not want anything else. And that's when you search God, and God also finds you, and then your journey towards enlightenment is started. So that's why I'm going to say, always start your day with a silent conversation with God. Remember, God's voice is silence. If something is talking to you, it's your mind. Your mind is always going to question. So when you speak with God, it's a sense of feeling, it's a knowing. All right, Linda says, going through the same as you. I'll get better. Adriel, all right. So then, after, the physical meeting, you at least spend 1 or 2 dates at least meeting your DM. For some, it could be like 80 meetings filled with food and laughter, getting to know each other's families, completely going hiking, delivering food, and then something like COVID would come and mess it up. So you will encounter things like this. But remember, every obstacle is preparation for your union in 3D. Another thing is, a lot of you ask me, so does that mean if I get into union with my twin flame, I can escape the matrix? Of course you can, because your vibration will be so high. So the vibration to escape the matrix is 7th dimension. So you have to start working towards raising your consciousness to 7D. So when you die at 7D, you're not trapped in the toxic samsara archon induced cycle. Negative souls are not happy with me speaking, you see, coughing. So, all right. So the main purpose is to break the samsara cycle so that you can return back to your home planets. Because most twin flames are warriors of God, star seeds, ascended beings, and right now we have the most number of ascended beings on earth. And as always, you will have a group that tries to ruin these people by, you see, there's a story, someone said they found God, and then the devil started laughing. Because when someone finds God, men will turn the whole meaning and twist the whole meaning of God, that the devil doesn't even have to do anything. So that's what's happening. That's why always trust your own intuition. Pray directly to God. Don't have middle people when you are communicating with God. And that's all I can give away. Again, there is no state of enlightenment or awaken. It's awakening. You're constantly awakening. If you're going to be limited, having a fixed mindset that you're awakened, then sorry guys, you are vibrating 2D or 3D. Wow, 22 viewers and 11 reactions. I'm taking a screenshot and 20 comments. Wow. Oh, MJ, I was wondering where you were. And just as I was saying, always, and MJ always says this, pray to God, talk directly to God. We have a direct line to God always. Don't use the banana seller. In geography, you learn about the concepts. The farmers grow the bananas, and when it comes to us, the farmers only earn like 10 cents, but we are charged like $1. But now it's like 3 or 4 due to inflation. Hi, Frank, you made it. Have been a while since I saw you. Amy, yes, God is the only way. So, as I was talking about 3D union and what happens prior to 3D union and from the beginning. So I'm talking about the first time you encounter your DM or DF on Earth and the honeymoon phase you go through. Like I said, inherently, when you start off, you guys are completely cool, but the divine feminine tends to get overexcited because most divine feminines are actually celibates or virgins. They don't really have much encounter with men before meeting their DMs. So they tend to be overexcited because they recognize their divine masculine immediately. And the divine masculine freaks out because he's completely opposite to her. He's probably also celibate, but he may have this playboy, whatever. But it really depends, to each its own. So having said that, the DM immediately dismisses his DF as being childish, overly energetic, superficial, fake, and he will use the 3 magic words: I am not interested in you. And what will happen to the DF? She will break down. She will break down. She will finish bottles of alcohol and whatever she can get hold of because the pain is so much. But you know what it does? It makes the DF reach out to God. And the truth is, your DMs will play many tricks. They will say things like, I'm going on a date, I'm going to see someone. All of this is a lie, guys. I've been working with so many divine feminines. They do that for one reason, for you to wake up. If not, you are going to be in freaking 1D and 2D consciousness, just wanting to make love to him and nothing more. So your DM, consciously or subconsciously, triggers you by saying the three magic words, I am not interested in you. And what does that do? It crushes your soul because you're like, he spent so much time with me, he showed so much interest. How can he do this? And then your journey starts. You start joining groups, then you go through the whole thing of meeting the wrong psychic, you're being torn, being broken, doing weird mirror exercises and never getting together, and then finally you meet me. Anyway, my students have been affectionately calling me Master Cosmos because I'm doing a lot of teaching lately. So you guys can check out my courses. They are pricey, but one thing I can say, you guys can make the money almost immediately because I certify all my courses. So consider it an investment. All right, going back to my discourse. So I am not interested is the magic word. I'm not interested. I don't want to be with you. I don't like you. I've never. And then they will give you the answer almost immediately. You know what is the answer? I've never been in love with anyone else in my life. So you have to read between the lines, but often you're already crushed. So when divine feminines are rejected for the first time, they go into angry mode. And one thing that they do is, one divine feminine I worked with, she didn't eat for like 78 hours because the pain was unbearable. And she actually saw like the hands of God, before she started eating again because she was in such a state of pain. And her parents were worried, her family were worried. There was nothing you can do because you can't force a twin flame union, right? So that is the state of soul shock. When your soul is completely in a state of dark night of the soul or misery, that there's nothing you can do. Next up, after you go through this state of constant misery. Oh, thank you so much, Diana, for the tip. Really, 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 really appreciate that. Means a lot. So after that, you will go through a series of mini separations. So after the first separation, you will always be guided by God for the meeting that will get you together. So in this case, this DM and DF stopped talking to each other, and there was no way they were going to ever talk to each other again. So they literally bump into each other in the mall. So, and the timing of having that encounter can only be orchestrated by God. No one else can do that. So always remember, when you are giving up, always put your burdens to to God. See, I always say, God, I'm coughing, you see, because the archons are not happy. Archons are like the lower 5D beings who are trying to keep people trapped in limited consciousness or the hacked samsara cycle. So the samsara cycle in itself was designed to design for souls to experience earth, but then the negative beings came in and they hacked, and now we are in a matrix within a matrix. So that's why it's all so complicated. I always describe it as the 48 levels. So you have to wake up 48 times before you see God, like God's true form. So I'm going to read a few comments here. Moni, haha, I remember Eric once told me a year ago he was going on a date, broke me to pieces. That's a lie. You know that. Adriel, the archons can choke. Lol, keep talking. Thanks, guys. God is with me, so I am not worried about the archons. Lisa, good. That means you're on the right path. Yes. You're on the right path when you are chanting God, always. All right, next up. How do you deal with 3D emotions concerning your twin flame connection? Because often you would tend to do this. You will be very, very angry, especially after your DM tells you something like, I'm not interested in you, what will you do? You feel like you're ugly, you feel like you're fat, you feel like you're the ugliest person on the face of earth, you're trying to do everything, you're going to go on that diet, you're doing everything. But the thing is, the rejection is not external, it's internal. Think about what you have done. You were like overly clingy towards your divine masculine, you're overly needy, you are like trying to own him. Always remember, you cannot own your divine masculine, and neither can he own you. And often the separation phase is for you to realize that, to get rid of all the conditioning, the attachment styles, and actually shift into detachment and yearning. Irina, how to stop regretting for running away from my twin flame? Please share. Uh, So, to answer your question, firstly, you have recognized that you're running away. You ran away. My nephew loves to say, run away. So basically, you're running away because you're afraid to face the reality of the connection. No point regretting it. One thing is, there is no point regretting anything that has already happened in your twin flame connection. Always move forward, because everything can be repaired in the blessings of God. Anything that has already happened in your twin flame connection, always move forward, because everything can be repaired in the blessings of God. Always. Everything. God has the ultimate power to change, impact anything in your life. So don't focus in the past, because if you're going to focus on the past, you're going to be a miserable person. If you're obsessed with the future, you're also going to be a miserable person. Be in the now. And when you are in the now, you will notice so many changes happening in your life. One thing is that when you are in the now, you will notice many shifts happening. Your connection with God, the voice of God, your intuition, your claircognizance, your clairvoyance, everything. And you have to be in the seventh dimensional vibration to truly experience 3D union. And it's rare for people to get to that state, because, again, the religious people tend to sell enlightenment as something unattainable. The truth is, we are enlightenment. There is nothing difficult about attaining that state of super consciousness, because we already are that. It's more of like trying to be human. So, Amy, I hate the 3D emotions. I actually moving on without him, but I get in my head. And you see, the 3D emotions, you should get into that state of watchfulness. I also have a watchfulness activator where people just transcend. So basically, when you're in the state of watchfulness, you will start looking at your emotions in a detached way. You will no longer be. Always remember, if your emotions are controlling you, you're not awakening, you are stagnant. But if you're a master of your emotions and feelings, then you're awakening. So that is how, in fact, hate is a strong word, Amy. And, as your teacher, I would like to say, maybe say the word loathe. It's less. But 3D emotions are necessary, because people are looking for 3D union. But I have clients who are in 3D union and they are craving for 5D union, multidimensional union. So I'm working with twin flames in all stages, in all levels. Frank, love it. Living in the presence is also freedom from those kinds of thoughts, also. Exactly. But you have to be in a constant state of awakening and appreciation and transcending. So, for that to be there, it needs to be a habit. Every morning when you wake up, instead of worrying about the day, be excited about the day. Be excited like a child. When a child wakes up, it's like, what am I going to do today? What toys am I going to play? Where are my parents going to bring me? Where is my grandma going to bring me? What am I going to. That's what children think. You have to do the same thing. I know life is hard. We are stuck in a rat race. We have to constantly work on trying to make ends meet. And because, like I said, the samsara cycle has been hacked by the negative being, so they make it really hard. So often you're all enslaved to some kind of organization, or you are just living your life. Oh, thank you so much, Rachel, for the tip. I really, really appreciate it. Amy, the emotions have developed me in a good way, so I know they have their place. Irina, the word guarantee is a negative beings' way of selling a phone contract. So let's move away from guarantee. Union is always there. You are the union. If there is no, if you're thinking in these terms, most people when they think of guaranteed union and all that, they are not even twin flames, because of the fact that if you're going to think in 3D ways. So there's another thing that I will slowly talk about. So you have got negative twin flames as well. So which means those who have thrown away God and they are twin flames exist as dark twin flames. So they are the ones who will suck the soul out of you. So you have to be wary of them. They are the ones who will use, words like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this mirror exercise, blah blah. The truth is, when you connect to God abundantly, you're always guided. You're guided to the right teachers, you're guided to the right mentors. So answering your question, is union not guaranteed or guaranteed? It depends on you. After this discourse, your timeline can shift into getting into union. But if you're going to drop lower dimensions like 1D, 2D, minus 1D, minus 2D, then you may not understand what union actually means. So I hope that answers your question, Arena. Adriel, the red race really is a tiresome distraction. But again, you're right. We are enlightenment and God is with us. Nothing can stand against that. Yes, exactly. You are enlightenment. To me, I remember, as a child, I was already awakening, and then people will be like, oh, you need to do 300 years of meditation to get into a state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And you know what? You can get into the state of Nirvikalpa Samadhi in 12 seconds. You have to train your mind to transcend. You have to train yourself to have a no mind at all. So when enlightenment is who you are, and when enlightenment is so easy, you have to stop listening to people who are swaying you away from that. Like, I know some yogis who are like, oh, it's my master, I have to surrender to my. You have to surrender to yourself. You are your master. And exactly like Adriel says, never limit yourself. And that's why my activators work, because I recode your DNA with the permission of your higher selves. And God's magic touch is in every one of my readings, healings, and that's why I'm accurate. Because I only channel from God. You all know that. You have been watching my videos. I never have middle person. I always believe this. When you know the CEO of a company, why do you have to ask a manager for information? Same thing. When you know God, why do you have to go around asking people for validation? Of course, sometimes God will send his warriors to guide your path, but you have to be also discerning and selective of who you let into your life. Having said that, let me go back into my discourse. So often the separation phase is the most horrible phase in every twin flames journey. Even monadic twin flames go through that, split soul go through that, they both go through that. Irina, you can check out my website for I do channeling here. You can offer a donation, then I can channel on the spot. But I'm going to just send you my website and my PayPal so you guys can have a look. So all of my services are stated there. I mean, I often have, I've got people assisting me. So even if we are quite quick. My team is quite quick to respond. So yeah, you can ask questions through my website. Also, my PayPal. Guys, thank you for the donations. Thanks, Diana and Annette, you guys, and Rachel. You guys are amazing. I really love that. In fact, I've been taking more time off work to focus on this because I feel like this is my calling. So I really appreciate that for helping me survive the rat race. So and every dollar of yours is going to a good cause because I'm using the time to create content for you, channel content for you, write more programs for you, courses for you. That creates more opportunities for you guys as well. So yeah, so with me, it's always abundance. Every dollar you give me, you're going to get 1,000,000 more. So guys, I'm not going to go off topic. I'm going to, because a lot of people watch me on YouTube as well. So I'm going to talk for another 10 minutes and then I'll open the floor to channeling. And again, I've changed my way. For the last 18 months, I used to just do free channeling. But now, for those of you who give me a tip, I will do your channeling first. because people used to say I'm like a circus monkey, people are just asking me the same questions and tiring me out. So thanks to all my devoted clients who are also great advisors to me. Thank you. So I've shifted the way I've done things, and you know what? Everyone wins this way. And for those who believe in taking advantage of psychics or draining their energy or wasting their time, one thing I can tell you all is what goes around comes around. If you have an ill intent comes back. That's why share the ripple of kindness. Go to a charity, help people. In fact, charity is tricky. Always go there in person. If you want to do something, go to an old folks home. Spend the time with old people. Go to a hospital. Be like Princess Diana. She was randomly visiting people and changing their lives. You can do that. Sometimes it's not all about the money, it's also about service to humanity. And always remember that is 6D consciousness. 7D is beyond that. 8D is soul blueprint. So, having said that, guys, you have to always remember that there is always an energy exchange on earth because of the very fact of the presence of negative beings. So hence, always remember, if you are in doubt or if you are in fear, always talk to God directly. Oh, thank you, Amy. You see, it's always the same people who always send tips, and you guys are all my clients, and I really appreciate that. And oh, thanks, Shay. Thank you so much. And I also realized, guys, please use, you don't have to use the friends and family option, because the client was telling me apparently it's a lot. But for those of you who already do, thank you so much, because that's so thoughtful of you. Um, Okay, so I'm going to wrap up. It's already 36 minutes. Time is flying so quickly. So, having said that, 3D union. What is 3D union? 3D union is a state where you are in physical 3D union with your divine masculine, but within that, there are many factors. You could be in an unhappy union, but often the happy union is when you become playful, you become like children, you are conscious, you're super conscious, you want to serve humanity, you embark on energetic missions, you are just living life to the fullest. That's what 3D union is about, and that's what my union activator actually helps kickstart. So, again, I know it's pricey, but again, compared to everything else on the internet, I think I've got very reasonable prices, and you can put in a deposit and I can start work. The reason why it's 333 USD is because of the time. I spent 33 hours to 44 hours doing it, and hence that's why. But yes, check that out. You can always message me through my website. Always, there's so much scammers around, guys, so be very wary. So that's why I have all my products listed on my website, so you can buy directly through there. But for those of you who are in doubt, always message me, email me. um, and yes, so I want you to spend this moment thinking, reminiscing about the time you first made contact with your divine masculine. It could be in person, it could have been online, it could have been through a friend, it could have been a work conference. But remember that moment, how happy you were. And that is the only past memory you should be thinking about, not the times when he said, I'm not interested in you, or said things like, I can never be with you, I don't like sex, I don't like life, I don't like this, I don't like that. No, think about that moment when you were truly enlightened, because every time when you think about that first moment you reconnect in 3D, that moment is gold, because you've exchanged so many DNA codes with one another. Often DMs meet for that reason, for mission purposes. So that's why 3D union can take some time, because you are doing, a lot of y'all are connected to the Galactic Federation, so you're always being guided. So those who are not focused in union are the ones who are actually having union as well. Michelle, I'm sending a tip as soon as the live is over. Of course, come on. A tip in itself is like not mandatory. So I'm so grateful. Like I said, you guys are amazing. So now I'm able to like spend more time, like developing this, because the truth is I'm always trying to find an affordable price. But then I go and see other people's website. They charge like 400 USD for an 1 hour Akashic record session, where they don't even explain to you what they're talking about. I find that ridiculous, because at the end of the day, my Akashic records session or channeling session or healing or anything, I always wear my lawyer's cap and I explain to you the logic and analysis behind every single thing I tell you, because that's how a reading is supposed to be. All right. Oh, you guys are all telling me how you guys met your Adriel. I met him in the rat race, beauty in strange places, fast food environment, and that. Diana, the more time I spend working on myself, the less interested in focusing on union, because union is the. Exactly. You become union. When you put away that 3D conditioning, but often the 3D conditioning happens to women between the ages of 25 to 55, because that is the age where you're being pressured by society to be with someone. And then you have got the next 55 to 85, where often you're either married or divorced, or you're in that stage where you just want companionship. So never let the pressure of the outside world affect you, guys. Like, really, people will say, even your own family will say things to hurt you. I know, I've been there before. I am Singaporean. I'm born in Singapore. I grew up in an Indian family. I've spent 8 years in Australia. One thing I can tell you is that learn to trust your own intuition. Learn to talk to God directly, and you will always be guided. Like, I can't say that God is the passcode to escaping the samsara cycles. Amy, I never expected to go down this journey with him. He was the first person I did. He was the person I needed the most in the world, and I didn't even. Exactly, because your twin flame is you in another body. So when you start loving yourself, when you start appreciating yourself, when you start wearing that makeup and admiring yourself. Oh, there's someone was saying that apparently in some group, someone was saying you're not supposed to wear makeup. You are supposed to do anything you like on earth as long as it doesn't infringe the freedom of another person. Because when that line is drawn, you become a negative soul. So you don't want to do that. Let people be. If you can't appreciate them, don't criticize them. At least be kind, be kindness, spread the ripple of kindness. If someone helps you today, help someone else, so that that someone else can help someone else. This is the beauty of super consciousness, guys, because you all are superhumans. And if you're going to think that enlightenment is something that only yogis can have, then yogis are wrong. Like Osho says, what yogis don't know, lovers know, and lovers are twin flames. Twin flames, you experience super level consciousness. That's why you guys are so lucky. We are so lucky to be in a twin flame journey, because it's the most precious, most divine, toughest, but the most beautiful journey ever. Because ultimately, asatoma satgamaya, tamasoma jodir kamaya, mrityurma amirdo kamaya. Basically what it says, it's actually this mantra is in the Matrix, one of the soundtracks. It basically says, lead me from the darkness and bring me to light. Help me awaken. So that's what it means. And that's why, guys, mantras are really good and they do aid you. So some mantras would be the Om Trayambagam Yajamahe Sugandhin Pushtivardhanam Uruva Rukami Vandanan Mrityor Mukshya Mamradat Om. That mantra is very beautiful as well. It's Lord Shiva's mantra. And again, that mantra helps you connect with your higher self well. And then you have got the asatoma satkamaya mantra. There's plenty available. There's so many versions of it, but the Matrix version, I always like listening to it because it's so beautiful. And the Matrix movie is about escaping the samsara cycle, right? And that's why some Hollywood writers are all awakening enlightened beings. Even the recent movie Anything Everywhere All at Once, a person who wrote it has to be super awakening, in a state of awakening to be able to write that. And guys, do catch the latest Matrix movie, because that is a twin flame movie. And I know a lot of you all, are in the same age as Neo and Trinity right now. So that movie you'll be able to relate. In fact, everyone will be able to relate. In fact, Barney Stinson plays the character of the architect, right? He'll basically say, we keep twin flames close so that we get maximum energy out of them. But at the same time, we never let them unite. So that's exactly what's happening right now, guys. So watch that movie. And also, God is everything. Remember, even in the Matrix movie, Neo completely surrenders. When he's given the option between the red pill and the blue pill, he takes a leap of faith. That is connecting to God. Sometimes it's okay to go down the rabbit hole. And you have to also realize that God is beyond religion. God is spirituality. God is super consciousness. God is who you are. And you will never, never, always remember, even in your darkest moment, God is always guiding you, teaching you, helping you, and surprising you with the amazing destiny you're going to have. So never give up, guys. And 3D union is something that you all deserve, because thousands of lifetimes you are in separation. When I do your Akashic records, when I do your past life regressions, when I even your galactic um past lives, basically there's so much trauma. One example is your DM is trapped in the lower consciousness, is in a simulation within a simulation just because they want to extract codes. We think human torture is bad. Negative draconian torture is even worse, guys. You are like trapped in like consciousness traps, and by the time you escape, yeah, and that's why God is the passcode to escape the matrix. Yes, the mantra is shared with me all the Shiva. Yes, basically, Om Namah Shivaya means I'm connecting to my higher self. Really. And often, again, even Indians have to disassociate their deities and realize that Hinduism is designed based on manifestation. That's why the Indian gods are always abundant, because that's the first thing you see in the morning. So, example, Hanuman is about strength, Ganesha is about obstacles. So, you have to look at the energy rather than God being a person. Lord Shiva is the destroyer. He's the one who can lead you to enlightenment. So you can't see Lord Shiva as a person. It is your higher consciousness, guiding you back. So that's why, guys, it's so beautiful. And people, nowadays religion is very sensitive, so you have to be always careful what you say, because then the religious people are going to be very angry, because that is their understanding of God, and often understanding of God is 3D and below. And then you have got spirituality, which is 7D and above, and then you know that you will never. So many of us are on mission, so don't worry about being stuck in the samsara cycles, because you will be guided by God to go back to your respective star planets. And a lot of you all are actually in ships right now, so you have got your own starseed body in a ship somewhere. And often, when you want to heal and all that, you just have to connect to your higher self. So, guys, yes. So, these are some mantras that I'll teach you. Om Namah Shivaya, the Trayambaga mantra, Om Gan Ganapati Namaha, that's the Ganesha's mantra. But again, guys, just chant God and you'll be fine. Another thing is, again, if you look at Lord Shiva and Parvati, they are twin flames. If you look at Venus and Mars, they are also twin flames. Isis and Osiris, they are also twin flames. So you have twin flames. Even the Chinese gods, they are also twin flames. So in every culture, there are twin flames. So twin flames don't belong to a certain organization. Twin flames is who you are, and attaining that divine love is so beautiful, and I wish all of you get to experience that, because I know a lot of you are struggling. And again, I'm only one person, but I want to help as many, and that's why right now I say this prayer to God: only send me the right clients my way, not time wasters, because there are a lot of time wasters, especially after I upload my stuff on YouTube. There are people who are like this, who are that, competitors, spies. All these 3D, 4D, negative 5D people are just trying to kill off the message of enlightenment or consciousness or awakening. But the truth is, remember, all the knowledge is already within you. So nothing can be taken away unless you give your power away. So don't give your power away, even though that's what society does. From the day you're born, you're asked to sign a contract. From the hospital to the bus you take, from the car you ride, everything, even a phone contract, because they're subconsciously making you sign contracts so that when you are exiting the earth matrix, they can contract you to spend a gazillion lifetimes here. So get away from the habit of signing contracts without reading them. All right. So, guys, I'm going to open the floor for channeling. So, I'm going to start with those who have sent me a donation. So I'll begin with Annette. Annette, you are such a beautiful soul, always a joy to do channeling because your DM and your vibration is always so beautiful and lit. Firstly, things are shifting. Annette, your chakra vibration analysis, your aura and chakras are looking very, very good. I see a golden aura around your combined energy fields, which indicates 15th dimension consciousness. Also, there is octarine in your aura, and I also see pink and violet. So that is 33rd dimension, so that's really good. So you're experiencing higher level awareness, which pinpoints to your own awakening and recognizing your multidimensional selves, and that's why you are a very special twin flame couple. So I hope, Annette, that message, lightens your day because you're such a hardworking individual, so humanitarian and always beautiful. Next, I'm gonna do, let me see. I'm just being fair, guys. That's why. Okay. So the next will be Diana. Diana, thank you so much again. From the first moment I met you, I started working with you from where you are now. I am so proud of you, goddess. You are like amazingly blossoming, and your DM is all in awe with you, and that's why he's trying to stalk you through his family members, and he's probably trying to even watch you through your webcam for all we know. But yeah, he's thinking about you. So a lot of DMs watch their DFs in 5D, in that dream state, in the astral state. So that's what's happening to you, Diana. There's so much love, there's so much potential, and there's so much admiration. Rachel, oh my goodness, you have finally mastered the art of Leela. So your DM is going through so much that he's so excited that you are reaching higher level consciousness as well. So keep the Leela going and but eventually you will get what you want, Rachel, because you're such a beautiful soul. All right, I'm going to see the next person. Amy, 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 beautiful Amy, always. From the first time I started working with you, from where you are now, you have blossomed like a lotus flower so beautifully, and so has your DM, because every time you start healing, he heals too. And that's why it's amazing that I see so much transformation within your auras, within your combined energy fields. I see a lot of yellow and red, which indicates passion and a lot of respect towards one another, which is amazing. Okay, now let me see. Thank you, Lisa, for the donation as well. Shay, oh my goodness, Shay, my beloved Martian starseed. Totally, Elon should contact you because he's a Martian starseed too. Basically, I know things are still, you're still in a lot of pain, but one thing I can assure you is the 5D communication between the both of you is increasing, blossoming, and it's going through so much. So, I would say that the message that I'm getting from your divine masculine is to hang in there. I am coming towards you, my darling, and it's so beautiful. Your DM has such beautiful energy. It's always a pleasure. And oh, thank you. And Lisa, oh my goodness. Lisa, you have come so far from where you have been, and your person wants you to know that you are such a beautiful soul, and that there's so much admiration, and he wants you to know that you are beautiful and you're blossoming and things are getting better and better for you. So that's the message I'm getting for you, Lisa. In terms of your chakras, I see a huge transformation within your heart chakra and your crown chakra. So that means there's a lot of higher dimensional awareness. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl, I will say, the code word is Batman. So your Batman will see you soon. So you just have to, just be there, be present, because this weekend is going to be transformational. Your energetic fields are building up further. Immense DNA recoding is happening between the both of you. So I would say enjoy every moment, because you are awakening. You may not feel it in the physical so much. It's all happening in the DNA space. I'm going to read out Diana's comment. He's definitely watching in 5D, showing up in my dream space last few nights. Thank you again, and I look forward to further growth. Thank you, Master Cosmo. I really thank my student who coined that because I'm liking it. I'm liking that Master Cosmos thing. So, Amy is asking me for a message. So your DM is still in like 1D and 2D in terms of his 3D physical body. So he just wants you to know that he's struggling a lot. He has got a lot of pain, a lot of emotional pain, and he wants you to just, send him all the love because he receives the love. So that's the message I get from him, Amy. And then Lisa, the message I get from your person is that he wants you to be the strong Wonder Woman you are, and that he will always, always, always admire you from afar. And don't worry, soon it will get closer. Shay, the message from Frank is that Frank wants you to to be the best version of yourself because you already are, and to keep working on yourself, blossoming, growing. And he's watching over you from the 6D, from the 7D, and your multidimensional selves are connecting. And he wants you to know that all the past is transmuting into light. All right. Carrie has a question. How can you get out of chaser energy if your DM is last thought before bed and first thought in the morning? It's kind of complex. Is there any advice you feel called to share with me? I appreciate it. All right. So there is two things: yearning and desperation. A lot of divine feminines, toxic divine feminines, tend to be in the state of what you call desperation. So you're always obsessing over your DM morning and night. But when you transcend into that state of yearning, yearning to God, hey, I really miss my DM, I want to see him, then it's no longer chaser energy. It's actually beautiful, transforming, awakening energy. So that is the advice I have for you, Carrie. Oh, and Dawn, thank you so much for the tip again. Oh my, I'm so grateful for your tip, and I have to say that, Dawn, you are blossoming in the speed of light, and your divine masculine is watching you so much in the 5D, and he is in so much awe of you because you are. And lately, he has been thinking of your time in Sirius, when you guys were part of the whole reversing the negative technology projects, and how you guys, went on all these missions. So he has been reminiscing that lately. So you might share combined consciousness dreams. So that's really, really interesting. Also, he's sending you a lot of love because he knows, you're in this stage where you're going through so much transformation. So your divine masculine wants you to know that he loves you so madly, almost irrevocably, almost to that state of multidimensional consciousness, and all of him loves all of you. I know I'm quoting John Legend, but that is the message I'm getting from your DM. And he said that even though you have only spent limited time in 3D, he is eager to spend more time with you. And he's so happy that you're working on, discovering yourself, embracing your inner growth, becoming the goddess you are. So, Dawn, it's looking amazing. As far as your chakras go, your crown chakra is lit, so you'll be receiving a lot of downloads. And it's amazing. Truly, everything is amazing. All right. What is he reminiscing about? Well, he's reminiscing about the time you first met, and he's also reminiscing past lives, your galactic missions. So the projects you did together in Sirius, some in Arcturus. So you're part of this quantum healing team there. So it's just thinking about how you guys have always been each other's, partner in crime, and how you had always fought those galactic wars with strategy and analysis. So that's what is reminiscing about. So a lot, it's truly beautiful. There's so much going on in your combined energetic field that you just have to be open to it. And I mean, you're already open to it, just be more and more open. And really, guys, all of you are amazing. I'm noticing how these lives of mine are transforming as you guys are transforming as well, because I remember when you guys were all just asking what my DM is thinking about, to you're all more focused on self growth and analysis. So it's amazing. I'm so glad to have done today's live. Again, guys, if you need a boost, you can get the 3D activator for 333 USD. You can put in a $33 deposit and I can start work, because it's a long process, like 40 hours, 33 to 44 hours. So again, it will take time, but you will start noticing the difference from day one itself. Also, I'm giving a 5% discount. So the coupon code is Goddess5, GODDESS5. It will apply automatically at checkout. So, guys, buy it through my website. It's the safest. You can also PayPal me directly. Again, I do 100% of all your work, so you don't have to worry that I'm not outsourcing anything. I'm not like the phone companies. So that's why sometimes there may be delays, but again, it's divine timing, and I love doing this energy work on you, and that's why most people are so happy. And I'm so glad that I'm able to transform all your lives, and I'm abundantly blessed by God and abundantly blessed by all of you who send your good wishes constantly. So again, I know I'm only working with higher dimensional clients right now, but if you really want to grow and open up and need a tick in consciousness, you can still contact me. Again, contact me directly to my website. I have coded the chat function as well, so you can do that. Hello, Megan. So good to see you. All right, I'm just wrapping up. Again, I will also recommend the multidimensional activator and the 5D activator for those who have already done the 3D activator, because that will enhance you further. You can contact me more for more information. Again, for some twin flames who go through galactic traumas, you can check out. I have healings for that as well. I do all my healings. I meet you guys often. So if it's longer healings, I catch up with you like 2 to 3 times before the whole healing is complete. So example, it takes 33 days. I'll at least meet you twice or thrice to update you how the thing is going. So one thing is that I can assure you, again, all of my predictions have always come true. You can look at my reviews for that. My clients can vouch for that. And I always thank God for these gifts, because God is everything. And I will urge you all to be inspired by that. Again, guys, thank you all for your tips, for your generous tips, because now I can take more time off work to spend more time with you all. Again, love you all, and I will create more mini vlogs. Which I know a lot of y'all are enjoying, because they are like 3 minutes, they are short. You can watch it during your breaks. And thank you all for the support. Courses, I have a lot of courses. You guys can get an installment plan. The reason why I set them higher is because my students are saying, we are teaching your stuff and you're charging lower than us. So I have to set it higher than my students. So again, I'm a compassionate person. So if you need any assistance, you can always message me. So, yes, all right, guys, have a lovely, lovely, lovely weekend. All right, my new moon healings are going to open up and space fill up very quickly. It's 2888 USD. So, you can contact me, because right now I'm only sending invites, based on my intuition. But those of you who are interested, you can get it through my website. I'm going to put a post. Again, the healing is 30 minutes and 10 minutes review. So I have to set aside like an hour appointments for everyone, so that I can rest before I meet my next client. So yeah. So I do full moon healings and new moon healings fortnightly. So you guys can always join them. They're highly effective and hugely transformational. You can look at my reviews again for that. All right, my dear ones. If you have any questions about my services, message me on my website. Also, wish you all a wonderful, wonderful new moon, because this new moon is going to be transformational, because it's post 7/7 portal. So, because of that, things are just moving and shifting. We are also entering the Palladian portal soon, so that's going to be massive. Having said that, I just wanted to summarize what we talked about. 3D union is the most beautiful of them all, and that's why higher dimensional beings incarnate on earth to experience that. Experience complete surrender mode, because when you come to earth, you completely forget who you are, you forget who your twin flame is. So, finding your twin flame again and being in union just shows how beautiful it is. It's one of the many leelas that you play amongst yourself. So, love you all. Take care, and I will see you all next week with another amazing topic. All right, guys. Love you all. Take care, and bye bye.